throw in the frying pan is onions. And if you were cooking, which of the onions on the left would you prefer? The one on the top, of course you would. But I'm here to tell you we are under an alien attack. This alien is invisible to the human eye, it doesn't sleep, and it's coming for your onions. We need to know where it lives, what it eats, and how to kill it. This alien is actually a fungus that was recently introduced into Ontario. It causes Staphylium leaf blight of onion. It attacks the leaves of onions and results in fewer, smaller bulbs that may be more prone to rotting or sprouting in storage. My research aims to better understand the fungus's life cycle so we can improve our management tactics. The first question is, where does it live? Here in Ontario, we can have snow up to here. So how does it spend the winter if there are no plants around? I took infected onion leaves, placed them in a bag, and stapled it to the ground so it wouldn't blow away. I came back every few weeks over the winter to see if the fungus was still alive. And it was! That means that the fungus can survive the winter in infected onion leaves that are left in the field. The second question is, what does it eat? We know that it infects onions, but there could be other plants in the area that it's infecting. I took local weed species and grew them in a controlled environment. I introduced the fungus, waited a few weeks, and came back to see if the fungus was still alive. And it was! This means of the 8 weed species I tested, all of them can be hosts without showing any symptoms. The third and most important question is, how do we kill it? We currently have a limited number of chemicals that are being used in the field to manage this fungus. However, after 2 years of field research, I don't have good news. It doesn't seem to matter what chemicals we use or how often we spray, the fungus doesn't seem to be bothered. That got me thinking, are the chemicals we're using actually toxic to this fungus? So I took the fungus back into the lab and exposed it to increasing dosages of chemicals that we're currently using in the field. From what I can tell right now, azoxystrobin doesn't work at all. Pyrimethanol can kill about half the population, and difenoconazole is the only chemical I've tested thus far that is actually toxic to this fungus. The answers to these 3 research questions lead to important management recommendations. If we know where it lives, we know where to fight it. If we know what it eats, we know how to starve it. And if we know which chemicals are toxic, we can save time and energy focusing on products that actually work. This research is important for growers, the environment, and you, the consumer, because no one wants a small, sprouted onion for their frying pan.